Hey bestie, have you been wondering how to sew a baby dress perfectly? How to make an inseam finishing from the zipper to the side, everything, how to turn them inside and make the inside look like outside. Yes, stop stressing yourself because this tutorial is going to explain everything to you in details. You heard me right? In details. I'm going to be showing you, and I'm still going to be showing you how to work with the velvet materials, the textile you are going to use to make it look perfect for you. You can see the inside is very neat and clean. The inside look like outside. You can see the zip. I'm going to be showing you how to fix this zip properly. Yes, how to fix it like this. You can see the inside is looking like outside. I'm going to be showing you everything in this tutorial. Thank you for watching. My name is Deborah. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.
Is for a baby, okay? Basic body for a baby. So that is what we want to do here. So the first thing I'll be doing, the normal thing we normally do to mark the guideline, okay? So which is 0.5. So I will take guideline of 0.5, okay? And I will take my ruler and I'm going to connect it like so. Then after this, I'm going to take the shoulder. The shoulder measurements I'm working with is 6.5 inches. Okay, 6.5 inches. I'm going to take 6.5 inches. And the wideness of the neck is going to be 2.5. And the depth is going to be 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches for the depth, or I can use 2.25 for the depth because it's going to have a yoke. So I'm using 2.5 by 2.5, 2.5 for the wideness and 2.5 for the depth of the neck. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking the slope. I will take 1 inch for this slope, okay? I will take 1 inch as well for the slope. So I'll connect it like so. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be inputting my armhole measurement, okay? So the armhole measurement I'm going to be inputting is 5.5, okay? 5.5, or better still, I'll go by 6 inches, okay? 6 inches. And the length, the half length I'm working with is 13 inches, okay? It's 13 inches here, 13 inches, okay? I'm going to mark the line like that so that I can have a straight line. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be inputting my armhole. Don't forget the 6.5 our shoulders. I will repeat my shoulder line here so that I can connect my armhole directly like that. So then I will go up by 3 inches, which is the half of the armhole line that I input, 3 inches. I will come out by 0.25, and I will take the chest I'm working with here is 27 inches. 27 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 6.75. Okay, so but I will go ahead and use plus each allowance. I will just go ahead and use 7.5 inches. Okay, so I will take my ruler. I'm going to let it match here and here. If you have been following me, you should know the way I normally connect my armhole together. Okay, so this is our armhole. So and the waist I'm working with is 25. 25 divided by 4 is going to give me 6.5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. There's no that. I don't normally use that for children, so I will input the 7 inches as well. So I've not added any sewing allowance to this. This is just my normal sewing. So I will just go ahead and add sewing allowance to it. I will just add 1.5 sewing allowance to it. 1.5 sewing allowance, and I will add 1 inch at the end part. Okay, I will add 1 inch at the end part. Okay, so I will adjust my line. You can do this on the fabric. Okay, so this is what I have here. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cuffing this side. I'm going to be cuffing it because I said earlier that we're not adding that and we need to cuff this area. So this 1 inch here, this one that is here, I will take my cuff ruler and I will just place it like so. So this is what I have and this is what I'll be cutting out. But before I cut it out, like I said earlier, I'm going to be having yoke. Okay, I'm going to be having yoke on this pattern, on the upper parts. I'm going to be having yoke and the bodies. So I'm going to go up here by 2 inches, okay, or by 1.5. If you don't want it to be too open, from this neck area, the depth of the neck, I just come down by 2.5 or 3 inches. Okay, so I think I'll come down by 2.5 because I'm going to be having that from here 2 inches. I'm going to be having a sweetheart neck so that I can connect the sweetheart neck directly with my chest line. Okay, I just want to extend this line. So from here now, I will just, you can use a cuff ruler. Okay, you can, for you to be sure, mark the half of the, no, maybe we don't normally take the dart, but I'll just go in by 3 inches so that I will know where to connect my sweetheart neck. Okay, so I did not reach this place. I did not really reach the chest line. So, and I will just take my hand and just blend this to the armhole like you are seeing me doing. Okay, so this is what I have here and this is what I will be cutting out from here. Okay, so don't forget I've added all the allowance to this, the sewing allowance, the down one, I've added everything. So I'm going to be cutting the yoke out first. Okay, so, and I'm going to be trimming the remaining one out of here. So this will serve as my yoke. So this is what we have. So this is the yoke. This is the bodies. So we're going to cut it on fold, on fold. And we'll go ahead now and cut the back. I'm going to draft. I've drafted my back pattern. It's the same thing that we use. The only thing I did here, this is the zipper allowance. I created my zipper allowance to be 1.5. You can use 1 inch, you can use 2 inches for your own. And I used the same wideness of the nail, which is 2.5. Then the depth of the back is 1.5. I used 1.5 for the depth of the back. Okay, and this is the chest line. This is my chest line, and this is the length, and this is the sewing allowance as well. Okay, so I've added sewing allowance to this. I've input 7.5 inches for the chest measurement. Okay, so I'm going to be adding, don't forget that we pick 7 inches for the waist line. Okay, so, and I'm going to be adding 1.5 sewing allowance to this, 1.5 sewing allowance to this, and I will take my ruler to connect this together. Okay, so this is what we have, and we are going to, this 1 inch at the back as well, we're going to be covering it. Okay, we're going to be covering the back as well. Okay, so the next thing, I'll just tighten this. That was why I came outside here. I'm going to be tightening it by 0.75. I'm going to be tightening it. I'm not having yoke at this back. Okay, I'm going to be taking this, I'm going to be taking it up like so. Okay, and I'm going to be cutting this, I'm going to be cutting it out. There's no yoke for the back. I'm not going to be having yoke at the back area. Okay, don't forget I've added all my sewing allowance. I've added it to this pattern, so I'll just use this pattern now to cut the fabric. Okay, I'm using sequence fabric. what I have. This is the back, and this is the front. Okay, this is the front. Sorry. Okay, this is the front. This is the front. This is the back. So I'm going to be using this to cut the fabric. Like I said earlier, I'm using silk. So I'm going to be the down part. I want to teach us how to cut the down part of this dress. Okay, how to cut the down part. My table cannot contain my fabric here. It's going to be flay. There's going to be two-step flay. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, this is the length I'm working with is 36, 37, abi, okay, 37, and my, sorry, 36, and my half length is 13. 13 minus 36 will give me 23, okay? 23, and like I said earlier, it's going to have two steps. There's going to be a little bit gathers. There's going to be a little gather at the hemline, so which means I'm going to be removing like 4 inches from that 23. 23 minus 4 inches, it will give me 19. So and I have waist 25. This waist 25 now. The circle I'm going to be cutting is going to be half circle. Okay, so I'm going to be dividing 25 by 3.14, which is formula for half circle. Okay, and I think at the end of the day, the result that I got here, I will add it with this. I will add this with this 19. So now we use it to cut this fabric. Okay, but like I said, the fabric I have here, I will not use. I just want to use it to explain to us. Okay, the fabric I have is, the table cannot contain this. I just want to use this paper to explain to us. So I'm going to fold it. It's half circle. I'm going to be folding it into two. If it is full circle, we fold it again into four. But it's half circle that I want to be using. So I'm going to be folding it into two like this. And I will take my radius, my I'm going to be using pen for this because I don't want to waste this paper. So I will take my pen and my radius. Okay, let's assume the radius, after I divide my waist, 25 divided by 3.14, the whatever I get is bigger than this. Okay, let me say I got, okay, 7 inches. Let me say 7 inches. So I'm going to be taking my tape. I will place it at this. I want to be sure we are seeing me. I'm going to place it at this edge now, this point. I'm going to place it. I will take that 7 round, round. I will not leave it from here. I will take it round. Okay, I will take it round, and I will connect it together like so. So after, this is the radius. Okay, if I open this, it's going to go. I will, first of all, just to be sure, you are going to cross check whatever you have here. So I have 11 here. So 11 times 2 will give me 22. So which means the radius I got here is not the actual radius. Okay, if you divide 25 by 3.14, it's supposed to be around 8 something, 8 point something or thereabout. Okay, I just want to use this one to explain to us. Use your own measurement for this. So the next thing, don't forget that we are using 19, but the allowance I have here, the mini one I have here, is not up to 19. So I will just put my tape at this place and measure the 19. Okay, I measure the 19 round like this. I'll be taking my tape, or you measure the 19 from here. Okay, this is my 19 here. So I will now take it from here now. So that means 19 plus 7, I'm having 26. I will take 26 round, and I will cut it out, and I will cut the radius out as well. Okay, like I said earlier, I remove, it's supposed to be 23, but I remove 4 inches. That 4 inches, I'm going to be using it to cut the gathers that will be at the mouth of that flame. Okay, so that is that about the down part of the fabric. So the next thing I'm going to, for the upper part, okay, so the down part, I'm going to be using the velvet. Okay, so I will go ahead now and place my pattern on top the fabric, and use the pattern to cut the fabric. Okay, this is the yoke. I'm using sequence for the yoke. Okay, so I'll be using bias to turn the neck. Okay, I'll be using bias to turn the neck of the yoke. Okay, this is the yoke. I'll be using bias to turn the neck inside. Okay, This is the yoke, and this is the down bodies. So, and you know, velvet is not really easy to work with. So I'm going, okay, I'm going to be cutting the hemming gum. Okay, I'm going to be putting it one by one. I will laminate. I will. This is hemming gum. Okay, I'm going to be cutting the hemming gum. Okay, I'm going to be putting it one by one. I will laminate. I will put the hemming gum and use one of the ST. I cut the ST. Use one of the ST. I will gum one of the ST on top of it like this, and I will put ST on top of lining as well. Lining doesn't need any gum. Okay, so I'll put the ST on top of the lining as well. Then this is the back. I'm using the sequence for the back. Okay, so I'm going to be using. I will use the hemming gum as well. I'm going to be putting hemming gum on top as well. I will fill all these places with hemming gum. Okay, and I will use, I cut the 4 ST. Okay, I cut 4 ST, and I will use ST. I will laminate it with the ST. I will do the same thing to the second one. I will gum stay the lining as well. This is the lining, and this is the ST for the lining. So this is this about this one. So I've already gone ahead to cut the sleeve. I'm using basic sleeve for this, and I'm using sequence for the sleeve. Okay, this is the sleeve I'm using, and this is the down part that I explained for us the earlier run. This is the down part that I explained to us. So you can see I've already cut it out. Okay, this is what I have here. I have 19 here. Okay, I have 19 inches here. I have 19 inches. Okay, so and I multiply, I measure this place round. I think after I measure it, I have 47. I have 47 or thereabouts. Okay, okay, I have 46. So I've gone ahead to cut, like I told us early, that I remove 4 inches. So I'm going to be folding this one inside like this. I cut two of this. This is 60 inches, so I cut two of it. Okay, I cut two of this. I'm going to be joining it together and run the gathers. Okay, I'm going to be running the gathers. I'm going to be joining this together. Okay, and I will sew it, and I will fold the mouth. I'm going to be folding the mouth into two. I'm going to be folding the mouth inside. Okay, I'm going to be folding the mouth inside and run it. And after I'm done, the down part of this, okay, I'm going to be putting sequence at the down part of this. So it's going to be in form of gathers. Okay, it's going to be in form of gathers, some of small gathers at the down part of this. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and put the stay on top of that basic body. Okay, and tell us the next thing to do. I'm done putting the stay on the fabric. Okay, you can see this is the front. If I water, this is the front. Okay, so I put the hemming gum before I place the stay on top of it. Okay, so I'm gonna ahead to turn the neck for the bias. Okay, so I'm going to be putting it. I'm going to be putting it like so. I'm going to be putting it like so. Okay, I'm going to be sewing it. Okay, so I'm going to be using it like this. Okay, and the other side, I'm going to be putting it as well. Okay, so after this is the lining, I put the ST on the lining as well. I'm going to put the lining, and this is to turn it inside like this. Okay, I will use the lining to turn the neck together. After I sew this one, Okay, I'm going to place the lining on top of it like so, and I'm going to use the lining to turn it inside. The same thing for the back pattern. Okay, I've already used the hemming gum to put the stay on top of it. So I put the lining, I put the gum stay on top of the lining as well. So I'm going to be closing to the neck, closing this piece and turn. Okay, I'm going to leave this piece and do the neat finishing for zipper allowance. I'm going to do this and turn the shoulder. Okay, and after I'm done, I'm going to show us the next thing to do. To join, to use the, you can see the inside, so just line it to turn it in. Okay, I'm giving it a good press. You see the inside of this and see the front. Okay, this is the center front. Okay, so this is the back. I did not join the zipper, I did not close the zipper side because we're going to be doing the neat finishing of the zip. Okay, and this is the what I have here. So we are going to be doing the inseam finishing. Okay, so this is what I have here, and the bust, the chest I'm working with is 27. Okay, I'm going to be taking my measurements now. 27. So I have 27 here. So I have 1 2 3 4 5. I will use this 0.5 for the east allowance. I have 5 inches. I will share it 2.5 2.5, and this place I will take the measurement as well. I have 25 here to take, so this is my 25. I have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so I'll take 3 inches at the waist, 3 inches at the, I will share it in between. Then this is what I normally do. I will pick fabric to fabric. Okay, this is fabric to fabric. I've already marked it. I will mark my 2.5. I will pin it fabric to fabric and lining to lining. This is how I normally pick, do easy finishing for children. Okay, adults I normally do as well if you pay very well. Okay, so with this nothing will scratch them. So my 2.5, I will mark my 2.5. Okay, and I will mark the 3 inches as well, 3 inches as well here. Okay, and I will connect it together. So after I'm done with this, I will take the lining as well. So this is the lining. Okay, I will take the lining of the back and lining of the front together the same side. I've already marked the 2.5, mark 3 inches, and I will connect it together, and I will do the same thing to the down part. Okay, so after I'm done, I'm going to be joining our, okay, let me go and do this, and I will show us the next thing to do. So I'm gone ahead to join it. So you can see the inside is looking very neat. Okay, so it's only this place that we left out. We're going to weave this place. Okay, this arm side, so you can see the inside of the fabric. Okay, see the lining. I will open, I will open press. I'm going to be open pressing it. I will press it, open press this. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing, we're going to be grabbing the fabric on its own. This one I'm going to trim it off. Okay, I'm going to be trimming the excess off. So this is the main fabric. I'm going to be notching it at the middle side. Okay, I place this on top of, I sew it on top. I folded the mouth of this like I told us, and I place it on top. So see, this one is still inside. Okay, so I place it on top. There's space. Okay, I place it and I pleated it. You can gather your own if you like. So what I'm going to be doing is now I'm going to be notching the midpoint of this one as well. Okay, I will notch the midpoint of this one as well. Okay, and I will grab the midpoint of this, and I'm going to be attaching it. Don't forget it's only the fabric I pick. I'm going to be attaching it. Okay, I will grab it and sew it all through. Okay, I'm going to have excess on this. I'm going to be pleating it. Okay, I'm going to be pleating it. I added allowance to it. I'm going to pleat it. Okay, okay. So till I reach this place, and after I'm done, I've already gone ahead to cut the lining. Okay, I cut the lining. The lining I use length 18 inches by 60. The wideness is 60. Okay, I cut it on straight form. Okay, the wideness is 60, and I'm gonna have to cut this one as well. This is length 30 by 60. So because I'm going to be doubling it like this, I'm going to be doubling it. Okay, and I will place it 2 inches below. Okay, 2 inches below the lining. I will mark it. I will mark it 2 inches. So I will place it top on top of the 2 inches. Okay, on top of the 2 inches of this. Okay, I will sew it. I'm going to be pleating it on top like so. It will not be here, it will be down 2 inches or 3 inches. I'm going to give it a gap. I'm going to place it on top like that. So I'm going to be joining this. So after I join it, I will bring it for us to see. So I'm done joining this. So you can see this is the inside look. Okay, this is the inside, and this is the outside look. You can see it's looking very neat and beautiful. Okay, so it's looking beautiful, and it's looking very neat. So this is it inside. This is how I place on top of the one I pleated and says folded. So the next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be finishing up the dress. So I'm going to be putting the zip. Okay, and I'm going to be fixing the sleeve. I've already picked the sleeve according to our sleeve measurement. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing, this is the armhole of the sleeve, and I'm going to be placing it at the armhole. So I'm going to be matching this together like so. Okay, I'm going to be matching it together. I'm going to be placing this armhole and armhole. I'm going to be placing it on top. I'm going to sew it around so the shoulder should meet the shoulder. I'm going to be creating a little pleat at this area, and the zipper side, I'm going to be loosening this a little from the zipper area. When I'm sewing using the zip to turn using the lining to turn the zip, I don't normally reverse it because I know I will still lose it. So I'm going to be placing this on top of it, and I will stop somewhere around there, and I will use the lining to cover it up like so, and I will sew the lining on top of it to cover it inside. Okay, after I'm done, I will show us the outlook of the dress. Okay, so it's looking very beautiful. You can see it. This is the back. Okay, see the neat finishing. You can see it's looking very pretty. Let me show you the inside. Okay, this is the inside. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be weaving the sleeve area. Okay, and the down parts as well. You can see the zipper side. Okay, you can see here it's looking very beautiful. Try this. Looking very beautiful. Okay, this is the inside also. So I'm thinking of putting something here like bead or thereabouts, anything I can put